Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football recap show for Week 14. I'm sorry it's a couple days late, but we'll get to it all. I'll recap again, give my thoughts and all that. But first, here is today's Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football Week 14 trivia question. It's a Cardinals trivia question. Which Cardinals QB led the Cardinals to their first Super Bowl? I will have the answer later in the podcast. Well, the Patriots had control of this game in hand from the second quarter on, as the New England Patriots went on to beat the Arizona Cardinals 27-13 at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Mac Jones was 24 of 35 on the night for 235 yards and interception. With backfield banged up, rookie running back Pierre Strong Jr. and Kevin Harris picked up the slack as each was able to find the end zone. For the bulk of the game, it looked like the offense was once again to be New England's demise. There were a number of questionable play calls, including a first down with 10 seconds to go in the first down run with 10 seconds to go in the first half. Excuse me, that nearly resulted in a turnover that would have eliminated a scoring opportunity. There were also times in this game when Mac Jones was visibly frustrated with how the offense was operating. And that's basically, but New England will go on to get the win. As for the Cardinals, too many mistakes and turnovers and other mistakes really did them in. And they had two fumbles in this game. And the Cardinals quarterback, Kyler Murray, suffered a non-contact knee injury on just the third play of the game and needed to be carted off the field. Murray has a torn ACL, which has ended his season. And if and when an MRI confirms it, they will know more. So we'll keep you updated on that. Right now, I'm going to recap the game for you. And I'm going to recap it for you, give you the highlights. First quarter, the Arizona Cardinals got into field goal range. Actually, they did have a fumble, but then it was recovered by Connor at the New England 36. And so then they got into field goal range. Prater had a 50-yard field goal that was no good. It went wide left. And then the Patriots got the ball back. They got the ball. And they had to punt after going 3 and out, 4 plays, 10 yards. And the Arizona Cardinals had to punt after going 3 and out, 5 plays, 37 yards. And then the Patriots had an interception. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. I do apologize. And then the Patriots had an interception. Mac Jones, it was 2nd and 7 at the New England 34. Mac Jones passed short, middle intended for Thornton at intercepted by I think it was Isaiah Simmons at the New England 41 to the New England 36 for 5 yards. And then the Cardinals got the ball back. And then the Cardinals got into field goal range. And it was 4th and 5 at the New England 15. Prater kicked a 33-yard field goal. It was good. It was 3-0 Cardinals. And the Cardinals had this early lead, but not for long. Now the Patriots in the second quarter, the Cardinals had their lead in the first quarter. Now the second quarter, the Patriots scored their first touchdown of the game. Kevin Harris up the middle for the 14-yard touchdown. Folks' extra point is good, and it was 7-3 Patriots in the second quarter. And then the Cardinals got in the field goal range again. 4th and 9 at New England 14. Prater's 32-yard field goal was good, and it was 7-6. Then the Patriots had to punt, after going 3 and out, sixth place, 10 yards. Then the uh, excuse me, the Cardinals scored their first and only touchdown of the game. Conner up the middle for the 10-yard touchdown. Prater extra point is good. It was 13-7. That would be the only time that Arizona would lead. The only other time. Then the Patriots have the point after going 3 and out, 3 plays, minus 11 yards. And then the Cardinals on a turnover on downs. And it was, first it was 3-1 at the New England 32. Conner up the middle to the New England 32 for no gain. Then it was 4th-and-1, New England 32. Colt McCoy pass incomplete right to McBride and for no gain, and that sent the ball back to the Patriots. That gave it back to them, and then they got into field goal range. Folks, 51-yard field goal was good, and it was 13-10 at halftime. Now the Cardinals led at halftime. That would be the only other time that they lead, and then this is when New England would have the lead for good. Actually, first they got in the field goal range, and it was 4th-and-2 at the New England, at the Arizona 4. Folks, 23-yard field goal was good, and the game was knotted up at 13. Then the Cardinals on a turnover on downs again. It was a 4th-and-6 at New England 31. Colt McCoy passing complete deep left to Brown. I think it was Marcus Brown, and there was no gain, so the ball went back to the Patriots. They had the punt. They're going 3 and out, 3 plays, 4 yards. Then the Cardinals had a fumble for I think it was a fumble for a touchdown. Colt McCoy's pass short middle to DeAndre Hopkins to the Arizona 22 for 4 yards. Duggar and fumbles, and then Duggar by recovered by New England. McMillan at the Arizona 23 for a 23-yard touchdown. Actually, New England recovered it for a touchdown, and it was the extra point was good. And it was 19-13 uh, Patriots. And then the Cardinals had it again, but then they had an interception. Colt McCoy's pass deep left intended for DeAndre Hopkins, intercepted by Mac Jones at the New England 19. Puts out of bounds at the New England 37 for 18 yards. And it was and then the Patriots scored their second and only other touchdown of the game, and it was strong up the middle for the 3-yard touchdown. It was a penalty on Arizona. It was on Zach Collins. Defensive offside declined, and the Folks extra point was good. And it was 27-13 at the end of the third quarter, fourth quarter. The Arizona had the point after going 3 and out, 3 plays, minus 10 yards. Then New England had the point after going 3 and out, 3 plays, 7 yards. And then the Cardinals had a turnover on downs again. And it was Colt McCoy sacked at the Arizona 41 for 8 yards, minus 8 yards. And then it went back to the New England Patriots. And then they had to point after going 3 and out, 3 plays, and 1 yard. Then Arizona had another turnover on downs again. This was a 4th-and-13 at the Arizona 32. As before the 3rd-and-7 at the Arizona 38. Colt McCoy sacked at the Arizona 32 for minus 6 yards for no gain. And then now 4th-and-13 at the Arizona 32. Colt McCoy scrambles up the middle to the Arizona 37 for 5 yards. But that forced the turnover on downs, and that really did them in. And the ball went back to the Patriots. And it was strong up the middle, 1st-and-10, strong up the middle to the Arizona 18 for 19 yards, and then For the last three plays, first and 10, second and 10 it was at the Arizona 18, Arizona 19 and 20 for first, second, and third. And all they had to do was take that kneel for -1 yard. And nonetheless, the Patriots get the win by the final score of 27-13. And let me give out the game balls. And that was James Conner that had some of those tough plays. And he scored one touchdown. But for the Patriots, get the game balls. Mac Jones, 24 of 35 carries and attempts, 235 yards, one interception. Pierre Strong Jr., 5 attempts, 70 yards, one touchdown. And Hunter Henry, three receptions, 70 yards. New England goes to 7-6. Cardinals fall to 4-9. And I'll give my thoughts in just a moment. But right now, it is time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football Week 14 trivia question on the recap show. Which Cardinals quarterback led the Cardinals to their very first Super Bowl? If you said Kurt Warner, you are correct. One reason for Arizona's success in 2008 was the reemergence of 37-year-old quarterback Kurt Warner, who threw for 4,583 yards and 30 touchdowns with only 14 interceptions. The team advanced to the Super Bowl for the first time in franchise history, but lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers 27-23 in the final seconds. And now I have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. I felt New England played, they did well, but it was fair considering that there were, Mac Jones was visibly frustrated with the offense, the way they were playing, so it was great, but not all that great, but they did get the win. And Arizona with Kyler Murray going out with that injury, that really hurt the Cardinals, and it really put Colt McCoy in the starting position. But it didn't surprise me he started, and the mistakes and the turnovers, the fumbles and the interceptions and the turnover on downs, those did him in, and the penalties as well. That just did him in. So, uh, but the Thursday night game for on Thursday, that will be actually tomorrow. That will be the San Francisco 49ers at Seattle. Now with it nearing the end of the season, we're going to have some games on Saturday. One of them being the Browns and the Ravens at First Energy Stadium, and Indianapolis and Minnesota, and Saturday night, Miami and Buffalo. And that'll be in Buffalo. And we'll have a lot more picks, and I'll give you them all on tomorrow, and I'll give the 3 Saturday picks on Saturday, and I will give the Sunday picks on Sunday. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Monday Night Football recap show. Even though it's a couple days late, I will be back with the Thursday Night Football pregame show and postgame show before and after the San Francisco-Seattle game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1, I'm done.